Good morning and welcome to the webinar 4 of the EIP Plus project devoted to the October 2018 SPIRE calls. And let me start with the presentation of the EIP Plus project and its main activities. The EIP Plus project is a multi-level support action. It's a 3-year-long coordination and support action project funded from Horizon 2020 and dedicated to the EU Eastern Partnership Science, Technology and Innovation Cooperation. It includes partners from all the 6 Eastern Partnership countries and from several EU member states. The objectives of the project are to support the EU EIP policy dialogue, to foster interaction between EU EIP researchers and to promote Horizon 2020, and also to enhance the EU EIP Research Innovation Partnership. Let us view some of the project activities, and one of them is to provide grants for EIP researchers to attend brokerage events in European Union or preparatory meetings for Horizon 2020 project application. You can find information about these grants on the project web pages. We also conduct information days and provide the support to Horizon 2020 INCP networks in all Eastern Partnership countries, which includes trainings and awareness campaigns. There is also targeted cooperation with scientific diaspora using the input from a previous INCONET EIP project, and this action includes organization of 6 diaspora workshops. And another task is the development of webinars. We have 11 webinars planned for Horizon 2020. This is the 4th one, and 6 webinars for specific innovation-related topics. Some of the next webinars we're planning to do in December and January include webinar on opportunities for SMEs, for financial issues and rules for participation, forthcoming calls in research infrastructures, and also research and innovation staff exchange rise opportunities. The RDI webinars will include engaging in academia industry collaboration and internationalization of RDI activities such as models of international innovation partnerships. If you have a topic which you would like us to discuss or to present to you, please send your suggestions to our project partners, and we will try to do our best to help you with your questions. And all the information about the EIP Plus project could be found on the project web pages and also on Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube channel. Next, I will welcome our next presenter, Dr. Jarosław Piekarski, who is a Polish national contact point in nanotechnologies, advanced materials, biotechnology, and advanced manufacturing and processing. He is also a member of NMP team, which is a NCP networking project for nanotechnologies and advanced materials. So I'm passing the word to Dr. Piekarski.
I was invited to say a few words on new calls of SPIRE initiative, and in frame of this presentation I will present you, in fact this presentation will consist of 3 parts. The first one I will recall you the information on SPIRE initiative, which in fact more widely I have presented last year, 1 year ago. Next, I'll talk on calls available for 2019, and finally I'll try to comment a little bit or to provide you some advices on how to deal with the initiative in next calls. So, first of all, what is SPIRE? SPIRE is the initiative implemented on the basis of agreement between the community represented by a SPIRE association and European Commission. It was agreed to support the initiative with around 900 million euros and for 7 years, and there were formulated several targets. Principle of them is to decrease the environmental footprint of process industry, so to decrease the energy consumption by 30% and decrease the use of primary raw materials by 20% up until 2030. Of course, there are several other additional targets listed at the slide. So, how it's implemented? And the process SPIRE initiative is addressed to 8 sector of process industry, means chemicals, cement, ceramics, minerals, steel, and non-ferrous metals, listing the most important. And it's based, the work program is developed on the basis of SPIRE roadmap formulated by the SPIRE initiative and SPIRE association, and widely consulted in the community. Moreover, the SPIRE roadmap was updated 2 years ago. So, how it works? First of all, the first objective of the initiative is to turn back the waste streams to the processing cycle in order to, first of all, decrease the waste streams, means CO2 emission and other emissions, as well as waste water and waste landfill waste, and also using more treating waste as input stream, decrease the raw materials consumption. Okay, so why the SPIRE initiative? As Olga mentioned in the beginning, in the introduction, the SPIRE initiative is on the center of Eastern Partnership project because of the statement presented here, that international cooperation with Eastern Partnership is of particular interest of this initiative. So, really, it's a very important statement because it's unique in the Horizon 2020 work program. Anyway, as I will comment it at the end, it's opening the door. It's not obligation for implementation to take to involve Eastern Partnership countries. So really, it's opening the door. It creates the opportunity, but it's not the obligation for applicants. Okay. Next, as in fact, the projects are the basic way of implementation of PPP. The projects, mainly collaboration projects, mean implemented in international consortia. And if you can look at the distribution of funds, it's the information after calls 2017, because results of 2018 calls are still not available, are not officially published. So just during 4 years of implementation of the initiative, practically half of the budget of the initiative has been spent, and you can see here numbers concerning the average size and average contribution by the partner. So average consortium for the initiative counts around 15 partners with over 6 million of total EC contribution for a project. As you can see at the first diagram, the biggest beneficiary of the initiative is Germany, with practically close to 20% of total budget. But if you look, for instance, on the performance of Slovenia, Poland, and Norway, success rate for these countries is much bigger than average. So then really the most important for success is to have sufficient number of applications. What I can say more? Here you can see the composition of consortia. Practically half of budget of SPIRE project goes to private companies. It's the brown part of this diagram, and second part is for public and research institution, including higher education. Half of private or company participation is the participation of small and medium-sized enterprises. Now let's turn to opportunities for next year calls. So we'll have 3 topics within NMBP program, within the program of nanotechnologies, advanced materials, advanced manufacturing and processing, and biotechnology. These topics deals with, you can see that all of them are innovation actions, means actions close to market with high technology readiness level expected. And so why the program was composed in such a way, was designed in such a way? Because 2019 and 2020 are 2 last years of implementation of the initiative. That's why it's necessary to generate visible results, to summarize the initiative activities. That's why the projects are really close to the market, and it's expected they provide significant footprint on the technologies used in process industry. As you can see, the budget of these 3 topics is close to 100 million euros. It means that it's room for 12 to 15 projects with the EC contribution at the level between 6 and 10 million euros. Also, the initiative is supported by energy and environment societal challenges, and within energy part is SC, societal challenge 3. There are two topics. One on solar energy, which is research and innovation action far away from, not so far away, but more far from the market implementation as, and also CSA. Second topic, CSA on business cases of industrial waste heat recovery. So this part, this kind of topic deals with a kind of mapping of technologies for this issue. And in the area of environmental solutions, there's a topic for water treatment in the industrial applications. Okay, let's turn to more detailed analysis of presentation of the topics. First one I would like to show is called efficient integrated downstream process. The objective of the topic is to integrate, in fact, upstream and downstream processes means the treatment of raw materials and next processing of them in order to get a more efficient integrated process. To do it, you can see this scope part of the topic, several new technologies, new organization of technologies, as well as integration of existing installation, existing infrastructure, and also it's necessary to use developments of other projects in order to achieve the result as good as possible. And the impact expected for projects developed under this topic is decrease greenhouse gas emission, as well as increased efficiency in terms of energy and resources, and also elaborating or preparing pilot lines which show decrease in costs of operations. Second topic, you can see this red mark. It's innovation action, but with 50% of EC contribution to for-profit partners. What does it mean? It means that research or non-profit partners get, as usual, full EC contribution, so 100% financing from EC, but private partners have decreased support to 50% instead of 70% as it is usual for innovation actions. And then what is the scope of this topic is the challenge is that practically the lifetime of infrastructure for process industry is close to 30 years or even more. But in recent years, the expectation concerning the technologies in terms of environmental footprint have been changed. So it's necessary to improve existing infrastructure in order, or update this infrastructure in order to meet present and future requirements. So for that, it's necessary to provide demonstrations at piloting scale, and this demonstration should be easy, scalable to existing infrastructure. That's why it's in opinion of Commission, it's enough to support private companies at the level of 50% because scaling up the solution proposed under this project, they can receive really quick and significant profits. And again, as concerned the impact, we can see decrease of in-house gas emissions and also utilization of primary resources and reduction of operation costs. The third topic deals with another very important issue in process industry, means digitizing technologies for processing. So this topic promotes new technologies that use digital solution at all stages of production or all stages of process, starting from data acquisition through communication, automation, analytics, so on, and also automatic control of the process in real time. For this topic is expected increased production performance. You can see the numbers, 20% of production performance, increase of production performance, as well as also decrease of CO2 emissions in order to get positive environmental impact. Next, now we turn to the topics proposed in other parts of work program. Just now we are dealing with the energy part. This topic, this is the topic drawn for 3 years, in fact, and this year we have only CSA topic, means this topic, these projects under this topic cannot have a research part, only some they have deal with some issues described here, means it's necessary to define instruments that help to implement energy cooperation between different actors of the processing scheme, and also to elaborate business models that can be extended or used in much more widely, means that can be repeated in other places. And expected impact for this topic is, first of all, providing proof that using the solutions proposed in the topic in the project, the energy savings will be significant, as well as that and also it's necessary to show that investments spent in the solutions mapped by the project are also important. Okay. Next, we have the topic which is research and innovation action. So this research and innovation action means that all partners receive 100% of EC contribution of the costs, and this topic is aiming at providing solutions that could demonstrate possibility of using solar energy, solar thermal energy in process industry. So this projects under this topic will result in decreased use of fossil fuels and also reduction of air pollutants. Also, it's important from the point of view of social dimension of the projects, because less pollution means more socially friendly industry. Okay, and the last topic which is available for next year is the topic on water governance. The topic is innovation action, so again should be close to the market, and for this topic two kind of solutions can be proposed. First one is the topics should deal with symbiosis between industry and water utilities. Means here the focus should be on reuse of treated wastewater, as well as of recovery of useful substances and energy from the wastewater, and also new technological solutions for new non-technological solutions of wastewater treatment. And second kind of solutions are the applications of for multiple water users. Means that under this topic the water should be used by different actors, not only by one factory, but different actors of the water usage. Okay, and expected impact for this topic is first of all reduced use of fresh water, as well as recovery of valuable substances and energy, and also mobilization of water investments. Okay, for the next 2020 we can expect 4 topics which are listed. The first 3 are listed already as a title in the work program, and the 4th one, CSA, dealing with artificial intelligence in process industries, is under consideration. So for the next year we will have again under an MVP part of the work of the Horizon 2020 around 100 million euros, and this time 4 topics, and again these topics will be close to the market in order to achieve demonstration effect. Now I'll change to the comments I have promised at the beginning of the presentation. What is the performance of Eastern Partnership countries in Horizon 2020? You can see here on the diagrams the total participation of Eastern Europe and Central Asia countries. The leader is, as you can see, Ukraine, but also a contributions for Moldova, Georgia, and so on. Together, these countries have received so far over 30 million of euros. But if you see the second diagram, the most interesting, or the leader among the areas of Horizon 2020 is Maria Skłodowska-Curie action. It's natural because these actions are on the individual basis, so they promote formation of personnel of the research staff, and supports first of all the mobility of researchers. And we have several other areas shown here, but among them there is no manufacturing, means there is no SPIRE area. Now I can show you results of SPIRE 2018 calls. So in terms of participation of ECA or EAP countries, and so this is the first call which were developed under the new work program with this statement promoting EIP, Eastern Europe Partnership. But you can see that from these countries we have only 3 applications from Azerbaijan, one from Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Ukraine. But if you compare this performance with part of EC member states countries, it's not very different. You can see Bulgaria, Hungary had 1 or 2 proposals, but any project funded. With the Finland with 5 projects, you can see it's the same. The third group here shown is Czech Republic, Denmark, Poland, with 2 retained proposals, but we have again only 5 applications from Poland, from all these 3 countries. And the last group are the leaders of the area. You can see the biggest beneficiaries, Germany and Spain, with 55 and 75 applications respectively, and 26 and 34 participation retains in funded proposals. So you can see that first of all the success depends on the number of participations, because in fact the success rate for these proposals is similar for all countries. But on the other side, it's necessary to be in a strong consortia, because in fact the Eastern Partnership countries were present in 1 proposal, which partners I'm showing here. So it was the proposal coordinated from Bulgaria, with participation from Romania, Poland, Israel, and these 3 countries, Georgia, Azerbaijan, and Ukraine, and 2 partners from Italy. In fact, such consortium was not enough strong to get funding. So you need to be in better communities in better consortia in order to be founded. But as I said in the beginning, the statement statement included in the concerning SPIRE initiative concerning the Eastern Partnership is a kind of opening the doors, but not the obligation. So that's why people, the applicants from member states should be convinced that you are really strong partners. You have to be visible, you have to be known. So you need to show yourself in the community. There are several ways how to do it. First of all, ask for support. You can contact SPIRE initiative. You can contact us as an NMP team project. And first of all, you need to maintain your own activities. So what I'm proposing, so I can recommend, be present in partner searches. One of them is developed by or supported by an NMP team project. You can find it at the NMP team EU webpage. You can use partner search provided at participant portal. If you navigate the participant portal where all conditions for participation are provided by European Commission, are also at the bottom of each topic description. You can find this button, View Edit Partner Search. If you click that, you see partners who already provided their application or proposition to for collaboration. You can also include there your own proposition. And moreover, you can participate in events organized for the research communities or for the research and innovation communities related to Horizon 2020. The closest one is next week in Vienna. It's Industrial Technologies Conference with just now 1,200 participants registered, and also there's matchmaking organized accompanying this event. Also, we will have the brokerage event on including manufacturing in Birmingham on 20 November. I'm not sure if it's possible still get support, for instance, from EIP Plus project to join these events, but for the future, if such kind of events are organized, really be interested in and try to participate, because it's the best way to show yourselves for the community. And I think it's my last conclusion, and I have to underline once again, you need to be visible, you have to show that you are strong, otherwise it would be hard to enter the program. You have the advantage, you have the invitation, but it's necessary to be active. Thank you very much. Okay, and do you have questions just now? Please.
If you have any questions, you can let us know, write to us. There are contact addresses, email addresses, the project address. If something comes to mind at the moment, you can also write on the left side of your screen. If not at the moment, we invite you to view the presentation on YouTube, and the link will be on the project website. Please spread the information about this presentation, and everybody can view it and write to us with all your questions. And of course, thank you for coming to us and listening to this presentation. And have a good day, and talk to you in the future, and maybe we will see you at one of the meetings of NMPT. So goodbye for the moment, and thank you again.